About finances. According to our Frank Seravalli, it could cost owners about $2.7 billion to play this year, but they'd only bring in about $1.8 billion in revenue. That's almost $1 billion loss. Dave, is it worth it taking that kind of hit to play?
It is. Now, it's easy for me to say that it's worth it, Gino. It's not my $1 billion. But there's so much important in continuity, in normalcy. And, you know, when you look at, there have been franchise appreciations that have been really dramatic over the last number of years. Teams have done really, really well. In a year which a team may play 10, 11, 12 playoff games, those are huge, huge revenue years. There's been revenue sharing amongst the haves and the lesser haves in the NHL that have helped to balance that out. So there's so many positive things that come with playing. And, you know, we look at the restaurants down on our neighborhood corner. They're not operating at a profit right now, but they're operating because it's very important to keep going, keep their brand going, and keep that continuity during incredibly tough times for everybody.
Jamie, you know the owners are going to come to the players expecting them to share in the financial pain of a condensed season with possibly no fans in the seats for at least part of that. Is that a fair ask?
It is a fair ask, Gino, and I think that's what was talked about when you were negotiating the extension of the CBA as well. It's capped at around 72%. But ultimately, I have no experience as a player in a pandemic, but I do have experience as a player going through a lockout and coming back to a shortened season, and you get paid for what you play. So if it's a shortened season and it's 60 games, that's around that 72% mark. If it's lower than that, maybe that's something that the owners and the players have to talk to. The players want to get paid, and Dave just makes a great point. You want to keep the business going and the continuity, but ultimately you're trying to grow the game, and you're a partner with the owners in doing that. So cooler heads have to prevail, and I think they thought about that going into this pandemic and the extension of the CBA, and they put those the framework in place.